Anna Duggar has left her husband Josh for good and is embracing a new life with a mysterious boyfriend. After years of loyalty amid scandal and hardship, she is finally stepping away from the Duggar family's strict control. Anna has moved out of the family home, stopped wearing her wedding ring, and is finding joy and freedom in this new chapter. This quiet but powerful decision marks a fresh start for her and her 7 children. In a world where public image often hides private agony, few stories shake the roots of a deeply conservative family like this one. For over a decade, the Duggar name has been both revered and ridiculed, attracting public fascination with its strict codes, its sprawling family tree, and its implosions on national television. And in the very center of one of its darkest chapters stands Anna Duggar, a woman long defined not by her own narrative, but by the scandalous actions of her husband. Yet today, whispers suggest a narrative shift, not just a whisper of scandal, but perhaps the gentle murmur of renewal. Anna, the once quiet and dutiful wife, appears to be surfacing from beneath years of restraint. Observers in Arkansas report a change, not in her wardrobe or her public statements, but in her spirit. In a quiet corner of Springdale, she was reportedly seen laughing, visibly at ease, accompanied by a man who is neither Duggar by name nor association. The image was fleeting, captured not by cameras, but etched in the memory of bystanders. No formal announcement has followed, but the waves have begun to ripple. It may seem like a small moment, coffee with a stranger, but in the Duggar world, it's a seismic shift. The woman who once stood by Josh Duggar through allegations, confessions, trials, and prison visits is suddenly being spotted without her wedding ring, no longer referencing her husband in her study group, and appearing in public with what can only be described as unguarded happiness. Since marrying Josh in 2008, Anna had been the embodiment of loyalty in the Duggar world. She became the face of resilience amid crises that would have shattered many families. As revelations surfaced in 2015 about Josh's misconduct with minors, some of whom were his sisters, Anna didn't flinch. She released public statements of forgiveness. She preached scripture-based submission. Even when the Ashley Madison scandal revealed his attempts to engage in extramarital affairs, she stayed. And in 2021, when Josh was convicted on federal charges involving explicit child abuse material, Anna still didn't retreat. Instead, she supported him in court, penned letters of defense, and insisted on his innocence. That makes the recent change all the more profound. Something seems to have shifted. According to sources familiar with the Duggar circle, Anna has distanced herself emotionally and physically. The guest house on the Duggar compound where she and her children once stayed sits empty. At social gatherings, she is now more autonomous. Most tellingly, she has ceased referring to Josh as her spiritual partner. Fans and followers have offered speculation, often with a mix of hope and disbelief. Reddit threads have bloomed with theories, some playful, some poignant. One commenter joked that the mystery man was a Lowe's employee who dared to smile at her. Others have theorized that he may be a single dad from her church circle, or even a quiet supporter from the past now stepping forward. What is undeniable is the digital response. Social media platforms have erupted in reaction. Memes featuring Anna in sunglasses with captions like "Freedom looks good on you" have been widely shared. Another showed Josh behind bars while Anna walks into the sunlight, symbolizing not just a marital separation, but an escape from a legacy of pain. Behind these reactions is a core truth. People are ready to see Anna as more than Josh Duggar's wife. They're ready to see her as a person who might reclaim her voice. And while the Duggar family has remained mostly silent, tension lingers beneath the surface. 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗿, as patriarch, reportedly views Anna's recent independence as a betrayal, not only of Josh, but of the foundational family beliefs. His worldview, firmly rooted in covenant marriage and female submission, does not make room for public acts of self-liberation. Michelle Duggar, though quieter and more conciliatory, is said to be urging Anna to remain committed, reminding her of her vows and responsibilities. But not all Duggar voices echo that sentiment. Jill Duggar, long the black sheep and whistleblower, is rumored to have sent Anna a quiet message. You deserve joy, no matter what they say. What follows is the real question. What next for Anna Duggar? If these early signs are indeed indicators of a woman preparing for a new chapter, several scenarios unfold. The first is relocation. For years, Anna has lived under the shadow of the Duggar compound, a place governed by rigid rules and familial hierarchy. Moving away from Arkansas could symbolize a full departure from the control of the clan. It would also offer a measure of privacy she hasn't known since her early 20s. The second possibility concerns custody. Should she decide to formally separate from Josh, custody over their 7 children, Mackenzie, Michael, Marcus, Meredith, Mason, Mariella, and Madison, may become a contentious legal battlefield. But given Josh's conviction, legal analysts suggest that Anna holds a strong position. The third and most tantalizing possibility, a book. There is no official confirmation, but the publishing world knows a bestseller when it sees one. Anna's story, written from her perspective, would offer a rare glimpse into a world defined by image control, religious dogma, and public shame. A memoir titled Through the Storm, My Life Inside and Beyond the Duggar name could easily top charts. There is also talk, though unsubstantiated, that producers are quietly considering a documentary series centered on Anna's journey. A working title like Finding Anna is being tossed around. If true, this would mark a dramatic reversal for a family that once chose public life on their own terms, only to withdraw when scrutiny became unbearable. What adds even more depth to this unfolding story is its cultural significance. Anna's potential shift isn't just personal. It's emblematic of a broader reckoning within conservative faith communities, where women have long been expected to endure and remain silent. Her subtle defiance, even if limited to body language and companionship, challenges a doctrine that says endurance is virtue and escape is sin. There is no villain here but circumstance. There is no simple ending either. What exists is a woman in transition. For years, Anna Duggar was the image of loyal suffering. Today, she might just be the symbol of quiet rebellion. She has not spoken publicly. She may never issue a grand statement, but maybe she doesn't need to. Maybe her silence is louder than words, especially in a family where silence has often served as both shield and muzzle. For every quiet step she takes away from the past, a louder message is being heard. And whether she ends up alone, in a new relationship, or just standing still in peace, that is her victory. So much of Anna Duggar's life has been written by others, by scandal, by tradition, by the mistakes of a man she once loved. But now, for the first time, it seems she might be holding the pen herself. Even if she never finishes the next chapter, the very act of beginning it changes everything.